What's good, JT Squad? It's your boy JTK, aka Josh Too Cool, and welcome back to another video. Now today, man, look, before we get into this video, bro, the reaction videos. I know, some of y'all will be like, yo, Josh, bro, Josh, you slacking on the reaction videos, and I'm like, I know, bro, I know I'm slacking on the reaction videos. Now look, I made a video, what will happen to the reaction videos when wrestling season starts. Now the season hasn't officially started yet, but practices have. Season starts officially next month, I believe. Yeah, next month it starts. And so, one, I'm doing a drastic weight cut right now. So I've been kind of tired. I've been, kind of just been like, oh, man. It's not like that YouTube feels like a chore. I love doing YouTube, right? I really do. I really love doing it. And I've uploaded as much as I can for y'all, right? Been hella busy. I have been hella busy, and I know I've been using that same, excuse of, since I was like, grade 6 when I started it. But wrestling season started. I'm playing football when school starts, right? I'm going to be doing all that stuff, and right now I'm just conditioning my body, right? Because throughout the summer, I wasn't really eating good. I mean, I was eating healthy, but I wasn't, really concentrating on, what I was eating. And because I was working out a lot, right? I was just eating a lot of sugar, and I knew I'd be fine, right? But now I'm like, okay, maybe I should cut weight, a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into that right now. Maybe later on in the video, right? Because that's what this video is about. But, the reaction videos will be coming back, but like I said, they might be slowing down when wrestling season starts. And I know a lot of my fan base is for the reaction videos, and I apologize for that. But I'm doing what I can for y'all. I really am. I'm doing what I can. And so, yeah, man, I've been gaming a lot too. And so I know that's not really busy. And I know a lot of my gaming fans are gone. A lot of my gaming fans are gone. So I know a lot of y'all don't want to see that now. So I don't, maybe a couple of you do, but I know mainly, especially for this year and most part of last year, a lot of my fan base is, reaction and, music based. And so I will be getting into that, but I also have to, extend my content as well. I don't want to be just, I know my main thing right now on this channel is reaction videos, but I also want to extend it because I know there's people who have asked for boxing tutorials. There's people who's asked for reaction videos, gaming videos and stuff. There's still a couple of you guys here, right? So I have to, kind of diverse the channel, I guess, right? And, if you don't like that, then that's fine. Then that's fine. You don't have to be here, right? But, man, look, so, and I appreciate the ones who have been sticking through whatever I post, whatever content I post. They've been sticking with me no matter what, so shout out to y'all, man. But look, back to the point of this video. So like I mentioned, wrestling season is starting next month. I don't know when it's starting for some people in America or whatever, but for us it is starting next month. We don't know if there's going to be any tournaments or anything though, because of the whole COVID situation. We're clear for contact, so we don't know about tournaments, but we'll see what happens if we have another lockdown or not. But yeah, so I know there's gonna be some beginners going into wrestling season this year. There's gonna be some freshmen going in, even some people in grade 12 going in for their first year, wanted to try it out, and this video is really a tip for wrestlers going into the season. So first I'm going to be talking about weight. So your weight, so everyone knows about weight classes, right? Whether you watch boxing, UFC, wrestling, there's weight classes, right? And so you have to be able to be at a certain weight that you can compete at. So here where we are, our weights are kind of different than what they are in the States. So, there's 64 kilograms, there's 67.5 kilograms, right? I know that's kind of weird, but there's 72 kilograms, so there's 77, then then I think it goes 84, and so on and so forth, right? You know, there's even like a 57 kilograms, 44 kilograms. I know there's some small people, and that's another thing I'll get into, right, later on. But you have to know what weight you're capable of wrestling at, and if you're, you know, the same, you know, same around a weight class, you guys know what weight class I'm talking about, right? If you recognize it, 72. In Canada specifically, they have those weight classes. Also, so if you know, you know, if you have a friend that's a wrestler, or you know somebody that's a wrestler, try and ask them about the weight classes. Like, oh, what weight class do you think I should compete at? Right? Because if you're pretty skinny, not that muscular, and you're weighing at 72 kilograms, then you might not have a lot of success if it's your first year, right? If it's your first year, you might not have a lot of success in that weight class because those guys are pretty big, right? So, like, if you're skinny, I would suggest maybe 64, 61 kilograms. I know that's a lot to cut. But even 67.5, those guys are pretty muscular as well. You just gotta really work. You gotta really work hard, and that brings me to my next point. Go to practices. Go to practices, because you know that's how you're gonna get better. It's literally called practice, right? So you want to go to each and every practice, and if you can't go to certain practices for an actual reason, not because you have a little cold or because you're too sore, right? If you have an actual reason not to go to practice, then you can't do anything about that, right? Stuff happens, life happens, you know, it's life, right? So, but don't make up any sorry excuses that, oh, I'm too sore, I'm too tired, I went to bed late last night. That's your fault. That's a you problem, right? I didn't eat enough today. That's also a you problem, right? Eat, right? Like, get your rest, get your sleep, because, you know, get your food, right? Make sure you're eating right. And even, you know, I'll get into cutting weight later, but, you know, even if you're cutting weight, don't, you know, starve yourself, and I'll get into that. But go to practice, y'all. Like, that's something I didn't do in grade 9, and I wish today, like myself today, would have been coaching myself in grade 9, because I would have been a monster if I went to every single practice, because I was somewhat winning matches, you know, closing to the end of the year when I actually was going to practices. You know, just imagine if I was going to each and every single practice, right? And I made up the sorry excuses. My nose is runny, my ankle's sore, my arm is sore, right? If you have a legitimate injury that you literally cannot go, then don't push yourself. Don't over push yourself. Any coach will be like, make sure you get your rest, right? Any good coach will tell you, make sure you get your rest. Make sure you're back, and when you're back, you're healthy, right? Don't come here, you know, less than 100%, right? They'll want you there 100%. They don't want you getting hurt, right? So, obviously, it is wrestling. You're going to get hurt, and there is a possibility that you will get an injury, but, you know, maybe not a serious injury, unless you're versing Brock Lesnar or something like that, right? Not a serious injury, but you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt, and don't let anybody tell you that wrestling is a sport you're not gonna get hurt, because that's completely false. But yeah, so for beginners, right? This is really for beginners. Go to practice, because if you don't go to practice, you're not going to get the results that you want, and then you're going to be upset with yourself that you keep losing, and you're wondering why you keep losing, and it's because you're not going to practice. Now, you are going to get your butt whooped in practice. No doubt about that. I did that for 3 straight years, got my butt whooped over and over and over and over again in practice, right? It paid off, right? Getting whooped in practice is paying off, especially if you're paying attention how you're getting whooped, right? If you're paying attention to, you know, wrestle people that are better than you. Don't go to practice and, you know, specifically pick out the people that, you know, oh, I can take this guy easy, I'm tired, let me just wrestle him. Don't do that, because you're not going to get better, right? I used to be like that, right? A lot of these things I'm saying not to do, I used to be like that. So I'm literally speaking from experience that don't wrestle people that are lower than you, right? It's good to, you know, every now and then, right, to work on your drills and stuff, but you got to wrestle the best of the best to be the best, right? So, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to keep losing matches. It sucks to lose, I know, but even if you do lose, learn from those losses, right? Oh, that guy hit a good single leg on me, right? Oh, that was a really good double leg. That was a really good sprawl into a two-pointer. Let me see how, how we did that, right? Let me really break that down. And that brings me to my next point. For first years, record your matches. Record your matches. If you really want to get better, record your matches, and just so you can break down that film, right? So you can break down that film of what you did right, what you did wrong, what your opponent did right. And if you lost that match, I know it's hard to watch. I don't like watching my losses either, right? So, but you have to, right? You have to watch those losses and be like, man, that was a really good double leg that he did on me, right? That was a good sweep single, right? That was a good half Nelson. That was a good gut wrench, right? Something along those lines. You gotta really study and break down your own film, right? Be like, man, I shot out too far from there on my double. I shot out too far on my single, right? I wasn't in enough. And so those tiny things, those little things will pay off. Be like, okay, I got to work on this. Next practice, I'm drilling this over and over again until I get it. That is how you're going to get better, right? Another thing, if I know there's some practices that aren't every day, right? If your practices are every day, then it's fine. But if your practices are only once or twice a week, you need to be practicing outside of that. Because I'm not saying go hard and go heavy. Drill the things that you need to work on, right? After a tournament, right? If you're sore, then fine, rest, right? Rest. You have practice. If you really want to get better, and if you really, really want to push yourself, go to the weight room before or after practice, right? Do some drills after practice or before practice, right? If you really, really take this seriously, if you really want to take wrestling seriously. If not, then just, do a couple of drills before practice, do a couple after practice, then go home, go shower, and stuff like that, right? Literally, the coach wouldn't mind. The coach would be like, oh, he's working hard, right? So that's all you want to do is, make sure you're drilling, make sure you're getting those reps in, because the more the reps, the more success you'll have. Because, again, speaking from experience, I never wanted to put in the work in my freshman year. And that was my first year of wrestling. I never wanted to put it. I was so sloppy. I didn't want to wrestle people that were better than me. I wanted to wrestle everybody who I thought was worse than me. And those people that ended up being worse than me ended up being better than me, because they were like, oh, I'm going to work harder than this guy. And he did. There was this one guy freshman year. I thought I was better than him, right? And I was for a little bit. I was better than him. And then, he worked his butt off. He started wrestling people that were better than me, right? And then we're better than him. Next thing you know, he's Rookie of the Year, right? He's winning that award there. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm like, damn, I was whooping this guy in practice. And he was my boy, too. He was my friend. So I was mad. I was happy for him. But I was just like, damn, he really worked hard. And then it was there. I was just like, man, I got to start working harder, man. Like, what am I doing? I'm getting into trouble outside of school. I'm getting in trouble in school. And it's affecting my wrestling career. And grade 10 is when I really started taking wrestling seriously, and I'm just like, I gotta work my butt off, right? Grade 10, I got off to a slow start as well, right? And I just kept working and wrestling people that were better than me, right? And even in grade 10, I was still kind of making those excuses not to go to practice, even though I was, right? I was just like, oh, I don't want to, man. I'm sore. Right? And, I had to push myself. You have to push yourself over that limit. You got to push yourself past exhaustion if you want to succeed in wrestling, because that's what it takes. There's always going to be somebody that's working harder than you, and you want to be the hardest working person on that team. You want to be the person that, when you're wrestling and, you finish wrestling and, this guy's looking at you huffing and puffing, and you're just there staring at him like this. That's how you know you've put in the work, right? And once you get that victory, once you get that first win of the season, it's just like, man, JTK was right, man. Just go to practice, right? Like, just go to practice, y'all, right? And another thing, weight cuts or gaining weight, right? Kind of what I was talking about earlier in the video. Probably going to be the last point. I might ended up thinking of something else because I just love the sport. I just think of everything. But like I was talking about weights earlier in the video, you got to know if you can cut or gain, right? If you don't know too much about the weight classes, try it out for a tournament. Try it out for one tournament, and, you know, if it doesn't go well, then cut, right? If you really feel like, even though if it's your first tournament, and you feel like, man, these guys are strong as hell, and these guys would whoop me even when I get better, cut down. And if you feel like the weight class that you're at is too, you know, too small for you, or, you know, a lot of the guys are smaller than you, then just go up. Just go up. If you're at like 57 kilograms, why not bump up to 61, right? Bump up to 61. But if you're really comfortable at 57, stay right there. That's another thing. If you're comfortable at a weight class, if you are winning at a weight class, stay at that weight class, because that's what you want to do. You want to win, right? That is your goal. That is why you were watching this video. Stay at that weight class if you want to win, right? And if, you know, if you really want to push yourself, go up a weight class. Why not? I'm not, by no means am I saying that, right? But I'm saying if you want to win, if you want to get those victories on your record, and you want to get noticed, and you feel very comfortable at this weight class, stay at that weight class, right? Because bumping up might affect, you know, that win-loss record. You could be undefeated at 61 kilograms. You go up to 64, boom, there's your first loss, right? I know it's only 3 kilogram difference, but as someone who's wrestled both of those weight classes, it's pretty different, right? It is pretty different. And wrestled 67.5 actually. So I wrestled in the whole, you know, 60 category. I wrestled 67.5 for one tournament, and, you know, it was just like, oh, because I was above weight. I was way above weight, and so yeah, that's really all I'll tell you guys. Go to practice. Make sure you're at a good weight, you know, and that's really all, man. Work hard. Like anything you do, if you want to be good at it, just work hard. Just continue to work, because that's how you're going to get better, man. And go to practice. I'm going to be telling y'all that every time I make a wrestling video. Man, go to practice. I tell everybody that if you want to get better, go to practice, man. I gotta make a, I'm making merch currently. I got to make a sweater that says go to practice, bro, because, like, I swear, if I miss one practice, y'all gonna be on my head, man. But hey, that's gonna be it for this video, man. The reaction videos should be coming back soon, y'all. I apologize for not uploading them as much as I would like to, but, you know, a man's gotta train, a man's gotta work, bro. Leave me alone. I'm playing, bro. I'll see y'all next video, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the videos, and most importantly, stay cool. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.